Hello, I'm Player State and welcome to a new indie game. This time we're looking at something called Escape from Norwood. This is a bit of a confusing, well not confusing, but an unusual game. The developer says it's kind of like a cross between a text adventure, a point and click adventure, and kind of like a simulated world. And you're kind of like peering into a world that's running in the background and then interacting with characters and seeing kind of like what happens from there. So yeah, it's kind of unique. Sounds quite interesting, and I got given a free key, so I thought I'd give it a check. Give it a look. So why don't we dive in? Lesia, wake up, sweetheart. This sound is very loud. I wonder if there's a way I can turn it down. Dad says that a Lisi sentry is coming for you. More urgently, he must have heard about your magic. You need to hide. He then concludes, I will try to delay him. Go home quickly. Fear chases the remnants of drowsiness from your nap along the river. Now to get home. You are feeling strong. Okay. There's no... What does this do? Is there a... There's no escape. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, does this move me? Tap twice on a place in the map to walk there. You suddenly hear someone shouting further down the street. Candlemaker, an ironic occupation for you, Ahad. Dad is waving at you from the door of the candle shop. Apparently, he sidelined the sentry somehow. Home at last. As your breathing slows, you take more time to study the familiar surroundings. Dad asks, he may come here. We need to hide you in the back room. Where have I put the key? Dad scratches his chin in puzzlement. Candle shop, shop and workshop. This place smells of tallow. An aura of timeless peace floats between its old walls. The wares of the shop are presented on assorted racks. Dad is here, panic-stricken. If I click on racks. The racks, you know it, even wax stained by heart. Sorry, you know every wax stained by heart. Okay, the racks, you know every wax stained by heart. They contain red candle. The red candle, it would not denote on a temple altar. What? It will burn 11 minutes. Okay, I'll take the candle. You notice there are more candles in the rack, should you need them. Wearing a short tunic, I have a red candle. So, this is just kind of like my inventory. I can go out to Granny Street, or I can go out to private floor. Dad, the lean face you have known all your life is now marked by profound worry. It pains you to see him that way. He is wearing a linen shirt and brown trousers. It is Dad's working shirt. The brown trousers have suffered quite a few burns along the years. Let's talk to Dad. How can I hide? Help me find the key. It must be somewhere in the house. Alright, well if I go up one floor. Private floor. This small hall splits the top floor of the house in two. It also leads down to the ground floor. A narrow window sheds some light on the place. The glass is of poor quality, but it allows you to see the street below. Open. A cool draft flows on your face. What happens if I push it? You try to push the window, but couldn't. Alright, let's go into the next room. Dad's room. The room is barely larger than yours, but brings a sense of safety as you look at the old furniture. A chest painted in white contains your family's valuables. An old and creaking bed fills the far end of the room. The chest is old and scaly. Open. It contains a dark iron key. You know this key. It opens the door to the back room of the candle shop. Get the key. Let's have a look at the bed. Many are the cuddles you have fetched on this bed. Alright, well let's go into this room. Lesia's built bedroom. Crammed in a corner of the narrow house, this is where you live. You are fortunate enough to have your own room, however diminutive. There are wooden shoes here. They are blackened by years of wear, but still have nothing. Still better than nothing. Get. A child's bed is the only place of furniture here. You outgrew it 2 years ago, but Dad can't afford neither the space nor the expense of having a larger one. It contains Book of Families. The Book of Families. The duties of a prime lie with their parents. The prime will follow after them. She or he will lead and inspire. The second born, the dial, raised to manage and provide. Hence the saying, wise as a trium. for they know more than any others. Blessed be the parents who are given a fourth child. Their court will delight them with their singing and their writing. At the bottom of the family line are the free childs, neither bound by rules nor really fitting in the world. Okay, whatever. Let's go down the stairs. Let's talk to Dad. Give me the key or open the door. Well done, now let's hide you. Dad leaves south in a hurry. He's almost here. Quick, help me with the carpet. A carpet covers the ground. The 2 barrels of tallow always were your favourite hiding spots. The smaller barrel of wax only worked when you were 5, yet the box of cotton was never big enough for you. The old ragged carpet, it is of old Laurasian design, a rarity in these northern parts. Push to the hidden room. An exit suddenly appears down. Dad shouts, "Hold on, I'm closing the trap door." The up exit suddenly disappears. As your eyes slowly adjust to the dark, the sound of boots draws closer. Soon enough, you hear a brutish knock on the door. You hear muffled voices, one of which is Dad's. The voices heat and your legs began to cramp. A shout, a crack, a punch, and the boots overhead. A raucous voice calls, "She must be hidden here, I will find her." The trapdoor suddenly bursts open. As the face of the sentry appears in the dim light, your mind unlocks a talent you are still struggling to control. Oh, so this is some kind of spell. Cast a veil of invisibility until you move or act. You blend into the surroundings, disappearing from view. After a few minutes, the sentry's head disappears and you hear a disgruntled sound. "I don't know where you hid her, but the Empress's progress will be here soon, and you know she always brings seekers. Prepare to say goodbye, traitor." The boots walk away into the street, and you hear the front door closing. New diary entry, hidden from the sentry. Hiding from the sentry. Thanks to Dad and my magic, I avoided capture by the sentry. I guess I leave now then. Dad is here, relieved but tense. The lean face you... Okay, talk to Dad. How did he know about me? Someone must have seen your black eyes and tipped the garrison off. The sentry sure knew where to find us. Why did he call you Ahad? That is not something I'm ready to talk to you about. Avoiding to look you in the eyes, making you feel uneasy. New diary entry, a traitor. A traitor. The sentry called my dad Ahad and a traitor, but he won't talk. What's the story? I was careful. Yet it takes but 1 second for someone to see the endless black wells that your eyes become when you weave the light. What do we do now? Now, we must flee. I have connections in the Sandgriff Islands. I will arrange safe passage. In the meantime, ask our friends in the neighbourhood for supplies. The sentry will wait for the Empress's seekers, so we have some time to finish packing. Yet to avoid the city watch, and since your veil shreds when you move, please stay off the Imperial Road. New diary entry, searching for supplies. Dad gives you what little change he has. Dad holds you tightly for a few eternal seconds and leaves for the harbour. So I've got 2 coins. Got another diary entry. Oh, no. The flight. Searching for supplies. While Dad arranges passage to the Sandgriff Islands, I will seek supplies among our friends in the neighbourhood. As you enter the street, you suddenly realise what time it is, and that you can make it past faster. Oh, so with this here. Granary Street. Here you know each overturned pavement, each plant sprouting through the stone. Before you, among dozens of tiny houses hugging each other, is home. Bakery. The heat in this room is impressive, sucking the dampness from the air. The fire roaring in the oven explains it. A stone counter stands before it, and a basin of water has been lain along the wall. A farmer from the orchard is here on an errand. Timios is dominating the room, regularly scolding one of his apprentices. A young girl, visibly called Alice, is struggling to meet Timios' expectations. Timios the baker. He is one of the biggest men you have ever seen. Is it because of what he puts in his bread? He's wearing a white outfit and carrying a bakery key. Talk. Dad and I need supplies for a journey. Listen, dear, I will do anything for your dad, but I'm swamped with all these mouths to feed for her Imperial Highness and that sluggish apprentice. What's wrong with Alice? Alice? I explain. She forgets. I have yet to see her bake a decent bread. I can help. Please, Licia, as if you could make bread. New diary entry, the challenge. Dimios challenged my ability to make bread, but Dad and I will need something to eat on our travels. Okay, I could go up. No, that's locked. The door is closed. There's nothing in here, is there? It's carrying a bakery key. It's the key to the bakery main door. I can't just like... Oh, I could speak to Ellis. She really is dedicated to her task. She's wearing a white outfit. How do you make bread? Alice looks at you doubtfully. You get some wheat, grind it into flour, then you wet the flour with water to get dough. Put the dough in the oven and wait for a little while. Alice has nothing more to say for now. Okay, let's go back outside. Was I supposed to keep off that street? I don't know. Oh wait, no. Let's can we go into the field? Get some wheat. Rows of wheat cling to your legs. The wheat, you can't fail to notice that they're quite ripe. Push the wheat seeds. Get some wheat seeds. Yeah. Did I get some wheat seeds? Oh, it doesn't. I haven't got it in my inventory, so. Oh yes, I have wheat seeds. Okay. Watermill. The sound of water and creaking wood fills this rather unobtrusive building. The wheel is blocked. The grinding stone has come to a halt. Sofat is here, looking distraught. The mighty miller's face is barred by a frown of concern. He's wearing a flowered tunic. Why has the mill stopped? It has seized, and I'm all out of grease, what with the weather and that imperial visit. Is there anything else you could use? Well, something slippery for sure. I could just say the same thing. Okay, let's stop talking. I've got a red candle, that's not going to help. Okay, let's go back out to the wheat field. Oh wait, no. Can I go into the living room? Is there anything in here? A single bed is lit by a window on the riverside. Your guess is that after a while, the mill's drum becomes a white noise. You are nowhere near used to it yet. Push, you can't push the bed. So we've got barley field, oat field. Can't go there. Meander River. You suddenly regret you never learned to swim. Smithy, the place is a tale of fire and water. A forge glows hot in the middle of the room. Next to it, a tub filled with river water is used to cool the newly forged tools. Small bellows are lying abandoned on the ground. Puffing red and sweating hard, Leandra the blacksmith complements the picture. The bellows can be used to stoke the fire. Get. So you fancy those bellows? They've outlived their use. Take them if you will. Thanks. What's in here? Leandra does not really appreciate trying to go there. Okay. Leandra the blacksmith, sole blacksmith, court of Norwood. She has made a name for herself in this part of Magistan. She is wielding a dented hammer, wearing a burnt apron, and carrying a forge key. Talk. What is on your mind? The contest of Phyllis, next year in the capital. The contest of Phyllis? You know, an empress of the Silver Rains. Craftspeople coming from all over the empire. But I'm not ready. What do you need? Ah, a ruby for my talk. Unless you have a spare, eh? Leandra's ruby. Leandra jokingly said she needed a ruby. Not that I plan on buying one, but one never knows if I do and bring it to her. Okay, broken English a bit there. Let's go back out to the granary. Teaching ground. Teaching grounds. This place is so full of memories you don't know where to start. Fortunately, most of them are happy. The teacher's desk is stacked against a wall. Shelves cover a lengthy wall containing treasures of basic knowledge. Loa is trying to learn something. Elmio is here to learn. Your dear old master Olvan raises an inquisitive eyebrow at you. Let's look at the shelves. The scrolls and books are sorted by age, the lowest for the youngest children. Nothing much is displayed above 10. These few who pursue knowledge beyond this age must do so in more specialised academies, like the Aeseum in the orchard across the Imperial Road. They contain books on tattoos, history books and rhyming scrolls. The rhyming scroll. Remember this one and could still quote some rhymes. It focused on union, with tales such as the two primes who married, angered the heavens who want sibling ranks to mingle for a fruitful society. This principle is one of the foremost in Imperial law. Get the book. The scroll is stuck in the shelves. Okay. Teacher's desk. Not one for ceremonials. Olvan merely uses it for storage. Open. Olvan does not allow you to open the desk. Let's talk to Olvan. He's been old for as long as you know him, yet always liberal with his knowledge and wisdom. He's wearing a grey robe and carrying a teacher's grounds key. Olvan, talk. Good day to you, master. Hello, Lessia. Are you still seeking knowledge? I regret I could not go to the Aeseum. Dear old Olvan, who never suspected that what you could really do, nods. Had you shown any aptitude towards magic, you would have been brilliant. Okay, we'll stop talking to him. See what these kids... Lower, she's young and enthusiastic. She's wearing a short dress, so can't talk to her. And Elmir can't talk to him either. Okay, well, not much in there. Let's go to Guild of Crafts. Guild of Crafts. This vast hall opens up on 3 smaller rooms. Looking at the freshly gilded walls, you are reminded of your awe the few times you accompanied your father for the guild's yearly celebrations after the building was finished. A set of statues represents the main trades, each in their own design. Meeting hall, dining hall, hall of deeds. Let's have a look at the statues. The assorted statues. Unsurprisingly, the carpenter is carved wood, the blacksmith casts bronze, and the stonemason rises from a block of marble. Push! Doesn't do anything. Hall of Deeds. You don't remember this place from your previous visits. Then again, it is filled with shelves and treaties, which do not carry much interest for your younger self. Do they now? Glass bookshelves line the eastern wall containing tall volumes. The bookshelves are nothing near full capacity, as you guess they were built to hold the guild's archives for dozens of years from now. They contain Blacksmith Register. The Blacksmith Register. You don't really know why you picked this one up in particular. Maybe because of the deep, dark red leather cover. In it is an endless list of the smiths in Norwood since the year 500. You learn, for instance, that there are currently 17 masters and 81 journey people in the guild. Get. Oh, as you sift through the tome, a loose page falls down. Loose page. It is actually not part of the book, but a notice about a smith for all guild members. One-eyed Ulf, twice banned for forgery, never parts from his crimson hammer. Reward of 100 marks, dead or alive. Reports at the registration office. Get. Okay. I need to find something to grease the wheels so I can grind the seeds so I can make myself some flour. Meeting hall. The largest room serves as a meeting place for the various gatherings of the craftspeople. Several tables along the walls of the hall allow the various corps to convene. They are all brand new save that of the bakers who have moved in from the old guild house in the Oven Street when the hall was built. A map of Norwood has been posted on a wooden sign in the middle of the hall. You instantly recognise the Meander River, which splits the city in 2 vertical halves. The Imperial Road strikes through it, delimiting the well-known workshop to the northeast, the harbour to the northwest, as well as the hill and its seats of power to the southwest. The orchard with its new streets and estates finishes the circle. Okay, there was nothing there. Last place, dining hall. The hall is long and narrow, the roof borne by gilded pillars. A giant fireplace fills the whole southern wall. It is used to heat the hall and roast the viands savoured by the congregation guildsmen. A look at the table. It is adorned by the blazons of various crafters. So, nothing in here. Let's leave. Temple of Cairnos. This circular hall is pierced by narrow windows high up on its walls. A white altar sits out the years and troubles of humans in the middle of the temple. Twin candelabra have been settled on the thin pillars on each side of the altar. A man with wide eyes is babbling to himself next to the altar. The haunted man. What faith he had has evolved into hatred towards those he thinks have wronged him. Talk to the haunted man. Hello, sir. Cursed children of a cursed god. They stole everything from me. Who are they? The Black Eyes. They are the ones who did it. My cabin was on the meander just outside town, but the flood carried it away. New diary entry, a flooded house. A haunted man prays for revenge on the Ales who he deems responsible for the flooding of his nearby cabin. We'll go back out then into Granary Street. Not making much progress in terms of finding something to... go over here actually, Jackdaw Square. This rather new place in the northeast corner of the town is usually where the craftsmen of the workshop gather informally and sometimes trade. A silver mark must have fallen out of someone's pocket. You won't look a gift horse in the mouth, will you? Get the coin. Tanner's Beach. Little jetties along the course of the meander allow tanners to draw the water they need to prepare their skins. You wonder if one ever gets used to the strong animal smell of the trade. An overhanging lamp sheds some light on the places. A diem, I'm going to say it like that, is here working relentlessly on animal hides. Her strong arms keep beating on the ox skins brought to her by the herders of the southern imperial provinces along the meander. Hello, do you need help? My, this is kind of you to ask, but I have all I need for now. Okay, she's got nothing for me. By the lone oak. This field revolves around a tall oak providing shelter and shade to the cattle grazing the grass from which have seen greener days. The oak itself provides reminiscence of a time before the city. Looking close at the oak, you locate the first branch on which to start your climb. Hundreds of years ago, when Norwood was a village huddled on a hill, this oak was one of many. Wheatfield. Oh, there is a gardening shed here. Among the closed doors of the tiny farms and sheds around one draws your attention. It is not different from the others, but you notice the door is askance, and only a sliver of wood holds the bolts. Through the door you see what looks like a shovel, quite a useful tool. Push! You tried to push the shed, but couldn't. Have I got anything I can use? I don't think I have. Okay, we'll have to remember that. Get some more wheat seeds. How many have I got now? 2 lots of wheat seeds. I can't go that way, there's a wall. Potato field. An old wooden shack is the abode of this field's farmer. You easily recognise old Leo's shack. Oh, inside the shack. Inside the shack, order becomes this narrow space, kept tidy by its owner. There's nothing else here. Okay, well, we'll just leave. Oh, a slaughterhouse. Maybe they'll have some kind of like fat. Slaughterhouse. This is where the cattle of the surrounding peasants goes when their time has come. The metallic smell of blood is pungent. Orson, apprentice butcher, is whetting his knife. A cow is standing in a pen in the corner of the room. Orson is a newcomer in town, and you think you remember he comes from a village on the northern side of the wood, close to the hills that separate it from the windy steppes of Canna. Hi, I'm looking for supplies for our travels. Orson replies in a wink. Of course, Lessia. I could certainly find a morsel for you and your dad. Could you just do me a favour? How can I help? If you could fetch me a bucket of water from the backyard, I'm a bit busy right now. Okay, I don't have a bucket though. There is a bucket and a cleaver here. The bucket could not make a Cooper proud, but does what it was designed to do. Gets. A round well? Fresh water? Gets. It runs through your fingers. Well... Where's the bucket gone? I thought I got the bucket. Bucket. Use... with fresh water. This would put the bucket in the well. Rather use fill on the bucket and then select the well. Okay. Fill with the fresh water. As you plunge the bucket in the well, you hear Orson shuffling towards the door to the backyard and locking it up before you get a chance to react. After a few seconds, you hear him calling the guards in the street and a shiver runs down your spine. It takes far too short a time for the guards to come barging through the door. Orson is directly on their trail. How do I get out of it? Oh, maybe it's not very wise to show your abilities to the guards. The guards prevent you from escaping. There is a cleaver here. It looks forlorn and get the cleaver. Use the cleaver on the guard. Orson is looking at you with a mean looking in his eyes. A pair of experienced guards is watching you intently. I could talk to them, I guess. What is the meaning of this? So you are the candlemaker's daughter? I most definitely am not. Even if you are not, Orson would not have warned us without cause. Orson would say anything to harm my family. Come with us, we will sort this out. You start following the guards with a distinct feeling that they have something to tell you. Walk east, walk east. Alright, this is far enough. You probably have some questions. Who are you really? Let's say we are people who don't always agree with the Imperial law. Why am I here? We wanted to give you a piece of advice. What did you want to tell me? As the seasons become crazy, the Empress and her Aeolic Council rely more than ever on eye breeds, reaping them beyond their usual Asium tests, making more of them slaves. But we can fight this. What could we do then? Some of us, the Hidden Eyes, work to change the people's opinion and sway the Empress. If you want to help, show this token to old Leos around her fields. Good luck. The guard leaves. New diary entry changing the opinion. The guards were not in agreement with the enrollment of eye breeds. They gave me a brooch to show to Leos in the fields. Okay, I better go find this person then. Doesn't seem to be anybody. Nope, there's nothing in the destroyed cavern. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Ah, here we go. Leos is for you a topic of legends. She comes from beyond the Shield Mountains and the Lauracian border, but does not dwell much upon her past. Can I not talk to her? Oh, I can show her. Where are we? So... I got the cleaver. Where? Can I not talk to her? Use with Leos. A glint of surprise alights in Leos' eyes as she looks at the token. So, you would help us. It is very kind of you. Talk. Who are you? We like to go by the name of Hidden Eyes. We think that with time and leverage we could offer more freedom for people such as us. How can I help? I have not seen you often in the Tanner's quarters. There is a task for you there. What is the task? I have heard of strange meetings on the beach in the depths of night. I would be intrigued to know who her diem is seeing so secretly. Okay, so we... it's not a diem, is it? But that's how I'm going to say it. Meets a mysterious figure every night. With my talent, I may be able to see who she is. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I might save there. I've been playing for a good amount of time now. That's a really interesting game. You really get the kind of traditional text-based adventure with all the bits that you can just click to see, and then it's got the point and click stuff where you're pointing and clicking around the map, and then you can use stuff in your inventory, which seems to have just gone a bit wrong because I can't see any of the other bits. That might have just bugged out after I saved it. But yeah, neat game, like really, really interesting game. Yeah, kind of not what I was expecting, but something that I think I would like to play a bit more of and kind of like explore some of the elements. It's a bit rough around the edges. Some of the English is a bit, I don't know whether it was it's been translated, so it's kind of like English second language or not. But yeah, really interesting, and I think something that like people would enjoy checking out. So that's Escape from Norwood, out now. You can check it out. I put a link in the description for Steam. It's out on Steam. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, leaving a comment. Really helps the channel. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.